Hey dreamers, my name is Bryce and I have no idea what my favorite Metallica song is. Could it be the thing that should not be? Let's find out using math. Cue that intro.
So give it to me now!
For the best Metallica song! The thing that should not be. This is track number 3 from Master of Puppets, commonly referred to as one of the greatest metal albums of all time. We'll see at the end of this journey if by the math that ends up being true for my opinions, for my tastes. I'm not here to tell you why they wrote the songs or all of the details about everything like key signature related. I'm just here to dissect it as a fan, as a musician, and tell you what I think of it. So I'm going to use the following criteria. I'm going to use lyrics, instrumentation, composition, memorability, and emotional response. Each category is a scale of 0 to 4, and 4 being the highest, of course. Grand total of 20 possible points, and at the end we'll see if it makes it to the top 10 list or if it's we'll find out, I guess, very soon. Now, this song took a long while to grow on me. I actually like the song more over time. So noting that when I first heard it, I was kind of meh. It was a skippable song for me for a real long time. It took really like years and years, and like could have been 10 years. I don't know officially, but it has since grown on me. So let's talk about the song and listen to it together. The thing that should not be. Ooh. Yeah, I love that. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The hi-hats only on the 4. This is also Metallica's first in order, their first song that is down-tuned. I can't play this on my current tuning on my guitar. I would have to tune it lower. That first note, ba ba, it's D, E, and they can't play a D if their low note is E, so they have to tune it down. And it's not just a drop D, they've tuned down the whole entire guitar. So this is the first time we're getting into that experimenting with lower key signatures and lower notes. Like, I think by bringing it down, well, one, it's still kind of rooted in E, but having that low D, that da-da, da-da, it kind of, it brings everything down to this like evilness that the song is really talking about. So let's continue. This riff is so cool. The hi-hats are on every 2/4. Just one time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have a key change. Is this the 2? I don't know for sure. That's so cool. I don't know what to say other than I love this band so much. It's so creative. Usually in songs, you get a lot of 4s, you get a lot of 8s. You don't typically get 6s. So to do this riff through 6 times is unique in itself. Is it overkill? Question mark? Are you tired of the riff? Is that why I didn't like it so much the first time? Is because it repeats too many times? I don't know. Right now, I'm on the fence about it. We're going to have to listen to the rest of the song, but I do appreciate how, the first time is just, for the drums, we got the fills are kind of different each time. Sometimes he's emphasizing the hits with the snare. Sometimes he's doing it with the cymbals. And I think the rhythm changes the last 2 times with the guitars, just slightly, very slightly, but it's unique. And then this holdout, this bomb, and the drums are just sitting on that hi-hat. that ring out kind of makes you feel like you're looking around like what is it, where is the thing. If I'm not mistaken, this song is about another H.P. Lovecraft story. Now, I'm only really familiar with Call of Cthulhu and the At the Mountains of Madness, so I don't really know which one this is referring to, but I do know there are specific words in this song that are taken straight from Call of Cthulhu, like actual verbatim lines of text in the song. And it's not stealing, it's like borrowing, but it's calling back to Lovecraft's scary monster madness stuff. And so if you like that stuff, if you like the horror genre, this song might be the song for you. Let's listen. That main riff again. Let's count it. Second time. Now we're back to the singing. Just holding out. Build up. One time. Okay, so they halved it before going into this chorus here. We're going back to a riff we've heard already, but this is now the chorus. But it's cool, right? Right? We have the singing. We play the riff twice. So rewind. We play the riff 6 times for the intro. We have a holdout. The holdout becomes the verse. We play the riff 2 times. We do the holdout. We play the riff 1 time. Now we're in the chorus. I love this stuff. You're taking something that we're all expecting and you're changing it. And that's what keeps things interesting. I'm going to be saying this over and over and over for the next 100-some videos because that's how I feel. Creating a pattern and breaking it. That's how you get our attention. Well done. It's doubled this time. That's an interesting section there too. That's not a straightforward. I'm counting the song a lot because I remember there being interesting time changes. And so that's what I'm doing right now as I listen to this song. I want to hear all those changes. So that riff, it's not the main riff. It's this weird. It's a new riff, but it's not in your common 4-bar setup. It's different. It's new. It's fresh. I love fresh. I love how the first time through, or the first couple times, immortal, it's just 2 hits. And then madness, you dwell, it's 4 hits. Extending. Pattern, break. Pattern, break. Pattern, break. Mwah! So 1 time through. 2. 3. Okay, so it's 4 times now. It's different every time we come to it. I'm so happy. So 2. I want to call attention to builds. Whenever you have a tom and snare build that kind of there is an argument to be made for both versions, but there's one version where you just do it straight all the way through. And then there's the other version, which is happening here, where you go patum, patum, right? You're starting on the toms, and then you go snare, kick, snare, kick. And there's sort of when you go snare kick, it kind of snare is your head going down. and kick is your head coming up. Ba-doom, ba-doom. Whereas the that's like that's every beat. And having that datu gatu, whatever you want to call it, it brings you into the next riff really nicely. So don't overuse that. Don't do it in every build if you're writing songs, but it's something to keep in mind as you're composing. A nice way to transition. This chord. That time he added the cymbal on the hand, but still. Yes, that held out, right? You saw me. I went to hit something and there was nothing there. There was a held out note. We're building suspense. And now we have this like mean solo. It's not a melodic solo. It's not something that's going to be pleasing to the ears because we're trying to illustrate a monster from the depths of the sea, right? It could be Cthulhu rising from the depths of Rilyach, Cthulhu Thagen, however you want to say it. It could be, I think it's like Dagon or something like that. But regardless, this thing is coming and we're going to let you know what it sounds like. And it's something like this. Okay, yeah, we've got that main, the main riff again, but what are the drums doing? They're breaking the pattern. Instead of playing that straight hi-hat and kick snare, they're now on the boom, 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 ka, boom, 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 and the lead guitar is just making noise. It's not meant to be beautiful. It's depicting this monster from beneath the sea, and it's just the call of the wild, and not even the beautiful call of the wild. It's the call of Cthulhu, but not Cthulhu because that's probably something else. But still, very cool. If you're into symbolism in music, the song is doing it. Ooh. Yeah. Sanity. Face the thing that should not be. Hey, that's the title of the song. Count it with me. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You dwell. We dwell? I'm used to the live version. That's what it is. I got to point out this for me. I'm closer to the left speaker in my little setup, but what I'm hearing is there's the main riff, which is now in 4/4. We've stripped out that 6/4 measure or that extra 2 beats, and now it's just in 4 all the way through as we fade out. And we've got this one guitar that is just kind of scraping, just kind of. It's not a note. They're just scraping, like they're muting all the strings with their fingers and just scraping on them. But then they've got a wah pedal to kind of give that. And you can hear that as it's going. It's gross, right? It's just, ugh. It's, ugh. And then it just fades out. Just goes into the abyss, never to be seen again until Hallows Eve. Or something like that. I don't know when this monster comes out, but it comes out from the sea. We know that very, very well. Interesting song. Let's get to the rating. Lyrics. What is this song about? It's about a great old one sleeping beneath the sea, and some kids' father went out, and he's not going to like what he sees. This is, like I said, something to do with an H.P. Lovecraftian sort of nightmare horror. It might be a specific one. It could be a little bit of Cthulhu in there, although Cthulhu isn't about kids' father going out, but Cthulhu does rest beneath the sea. Anyway, it doesn't matter what the monster specifically is. What matters is that this is about a thing in the ocean, and it shouldn't be. It's a really scary thing, and no one wants to know what it looks like because they could die just by looking at it. That's how these things work. So that's what it's about. It's a very, some of the words are directly from Lovecraft's works, and some of them are original. Maybe they're reworked in a different way, but I have been asking for so long for unique lyrics that tell a story that aren't just I love you, I hate you. This is something that's fresh. It's a story. It's interesting. It's scary. It's ominous, right? Ominous. I'm in Us. Reference for those of you who are fans. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. I would be wrong to give it anything other than for lyrics, a 4. Instrumentation, how do they do? There's not a whole lot going on in the song. It's kind of slow. It's neat that they tune their guitars down, but it's a pretty simple riff. There's nothing fast. It's not, even the solo isn't really like playing in the classic style. It's more of just like beating up the guitar, right? And so I want to knock them points for that. But I also think it's pretty cool that they are illustrating the concept of the song. Finally, we have a song that all pieces work together. It's not just music with lyrics added to it later, right? The instrumentation absolutely matches the concept of the lyrics. And for that, I gotta give them a point. All of the little wah guitar, like, it works. It makes it like the song is scary. Yeah, heck yeah. So it's not going to be the most perfect from an instrumentation standpoint, but I will give them extra points for the creativity. So for instrumentation, 3. Composition. Now, again, this isn't much to speak of because it's kind of slow, it kind of drags on, the riff kind of just keeps going. You might want to just get to the meat of it, and if you don't understand the story and you don't know what they're trying to illustrate, you might kind of hit the snooze button and go back to sleep. We'll deal with the eldritch horror tomorrow. But this is, it's very intriguing to me. But I can't give them credit just because I'm the only one who understands. I'm not the only one who understands it, obviously. But I don't want to give them points because of having a niche song. I do want to give them credit compositionally for having those extra beats, having those extended measures, those 6/4s in there, and the way that they take a riff and then they only play half of it and then they extend it, and just the way that they're creating this piece, this illustration. I can see the thing that should not be. And in madness, we all dwell. Ha 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 ha. So I got to give them points for that. let's give them compositionally a 3. Memorability. Is this song memorable? I don't know. I think the only thing that it really has that's memorable, for me anyway, is that main guitar riff, the do 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 do. I think that's really super catchy, but there isn't really anything else that stands out. There's not a repetitive part. It's not as easy as Seek and Destroy or Jump in the Fire or Hit the Lights or even Master Master. It's got more words to it, and you have to understand the words before they really take. I know, like I said, I spent a long time not really liking this song. So from a memorability, it's kind of memorable. I'll give it points for the riff, but it also kind of just sits in the meh zone. I'm going to give this one a 2. Emotional response. I know that I'm happy. You see that I'm smiling. You know that I love the time signature changes. You know that I love the artisticness of the lyrics and of all of the illustrations of horror. But I gotta be honest, it's kind of slow. It kind of brings the mood down. And after rocking so hard to the last 2 songs, I'm kind of, I don't know if I need the rest of the album. I do, but I'm just saying that's the feeling. This is kind of still sitting for me in the semi-skippable. Like, I have to be in the mood for this song, and because I can't just listen to it anytime, that I have to actually be ready for it, I gotta knock it some points. This one gets a 1. And so with that, the thing that should not be, doesn't get to the top 10 list. This one actually ends up in 12th place with 13 points. And you'll see that Cthulhu also has 13 points. And Jump in the Fire, if you remember, also had 13 points. So the first thing we're using is composition, and the second thing we're using is memorability. And because of that, Thing That Should Not Be was actually lower than both of those two. So it rests at 12th place, and still at the top is Master of Puppets with a commanding 19. We'll see if we get any higher than that, but for now, that's our top 10. We got plenty more songs to go. So you tell me in the comments below what's your score based on my criteria. And of course, make sure you like this video, share it with your friends so we can get all the way up to 1,000 subscribers. And make sure you subscribe, because tomorrow we're going to be welcoming ourselves home. Sanitarium. See you there. Thanks for watching.